talk to you guys about something that has been going on YouTube recently, and that is the YouTube celebrity culture. And I have been thinking about this a lot lately, not just about the YouTubers, but about celebrities in general, and just social media. I think that has kind of brought this to a much higher level than it has ever been, ever. I think it's weird that people worship other people, and I say this being that person who has grown up worshiping people. But I think that today's worship is completely different than it was 10, 15, 20 years ago. You know, when there wasn't internet, there wasn't access on a tiny little phone to every little thing that every little celebrity does. You know, whether it's a YouTuber or a real celebrity, whoever I feel like following, I mean, their tweets get sent right to my phone. Let's be honest. You know, back when I was growing up, it wasn't that instant gratification of, oh, this person is doing this, or, oh, you know, this person is there, and blah, blah, blah. You know, if we wanted gossip, it was whatever came out on the gossip magazines, Dude 17 and Bop and Teen Beat, which, I mean, are still around, and that's kind of cool, especially because of all of the immediate gratification that we have. But social media has just platformed the obsession, and I don't want to say that it is an obsession, but I mean it is. Like, let's be real here. It is an obsession, and it's something that I feel could be, I don't know, I just feel like it's a little ridiculous. I don't know, because again, I feel maybe because I'm older, I've matured out of that stage in my life, that if that girl, you know, who I was when I was a teenager, had everything that I have, you know, with Twitter and Instagram and YouTube and all of that, I would be that person. I would be that person and say, oh, please follow me. I mean, I have paid people, one person. It was $10. I'm not going to say who it was, to follow me. But let me just say that it was for charity. So that kind of sort of makes it okay. Like, I didn't say, here, so-and-so, here's $10, please follow me. Everybody who has followed me, I don't generally ask, I don't beg for them to follow me. They follow me on their own will. So that being said, I think it's weird when people say, follow me or I will die. Legitimately, people say that. Why? Why is it so important that somebody's name is under your followers? Does it really matter? I mean, I thought that it would be so cool. Okay, when I paid this person $10 to follow me, I thought, oh, it's going to be so cool seeing this person's name on my followers list. And for a while, it was really cool. She was not one of those fan follower types of people, so I thought that was kind of cool that I was sort of in that rare class of, oh, I'm the only fan that you follow, and that's super cool. But over time, I mean, I think within the next week, we'll have hit that 1 year mark from the time that she followed me. But over time, that feeling has faded. Now, I'm not saying that if this person sees this, because I'm sure if they see this, they know exactly who they are. Don't unfollow me. So I don't want to contradict myself by saying don't follow me because I paid you to follow me, or because I don't necessarily appreciate the fact that you follow me. But the truth is, her name there is cool, but that's all it is. It's a name. It's one of 200 plus people that choose to follow me or were paid to follow me. But I mean, again, it was for charity, and she probably could have unfollowed me after a certain amount of time and said, oh, you know, okay, whatever, I'm done. Or I just don't feel like following you anymore, or whatever the deal is. And she's never unfollowed me, or whatever. But I think it's not as grand as you think it is. Saying, oh, I just want so-and-so to follow me. If only you followed me, then my life would be perfect. That's not true. Your life isn't perfect because somebody follows you or retweets you or tweets at you. I mean, yes, it's cool to be noticed and to feel like you know, this person notices you as much as you notice them, in any sense. The truth is that they have so much coming in that you get kind of like you kind of get like grouped into this group of people, and you may even like, I don't know how to explain this. Like, I have been tweeted back by other people that people have begged and pleaded, oh please, if you just, I desperately wish you would just tweet at me, I'm so hopeless, just please, oh my gosh, I'm gonna die if you don't follow me or if you don't tweet at me or whatever. You know, I've been tweeted by those people or noticed by those people, and I think the reason for that is because I approach them in a normal way. So I don't obsess over people. I try not to obsess over people. At least I don't obsess over people out loud or on my publicly. Like, I don't worship them. I don't send them worship tweets or, you know, say that they're above me. And I don't necessarily think that any of them are above me. I think that the YouTubers that I enjoy watching, I connect to them on a level that is more than just, you are this YouTuber and you're somehow better than me because you're this YouTuber. Does that make sense? So I'm more of, I want to be your friend. I think we have this in common. But the whole YouTube culture, the whole celebrity culture has just skyrocketed because we have this instant gratification of social media and the desperate need. And I mean, I'm equally as guilty of it as anyone else. But again, I don't sit there and beg people to follow me. If they choose to follow me, they choose to follow me. That's their prerogative, you know what I mean? Like, my day or my life or my person is not defined by who follows me on Twitter or who tweets at me or whatever. Yeah, would I like that? Do I like talking to certain people? Yeah, absolutely. I would love to sit and talk to some of the, you know, celebrities that I follow or that follow me or whatever. I would love, but the truth is that's not going to happen. Going back to that same girl that I had talked about following me, the one that I paid. Wow, that sounds really wrong. I paid you to follow me. No. But going back to her, I see so many people who tweet at her, who comment her Instagram photos. Now, she's not a YouTuber. She is just an actress. You know, your normal celebrities. You know, I've seen people who would tweet at her and say, oh, you are my life. You're my sunshine. Like, I remember somebody had tweeted her, like, I love you so much. You're my sunshine. You're my inspiration and my hero. And you're the reason that I wake up in the morning. And I'm like, what? Like, I don't understand that. Like, you know, or they'll say, oh, you're so pretty. Why can't I be as pretty as you? And I go and I look at their pictures and I'm like, you're just as pretty as this person, or prettier, or, you know, you are pretty in your own way, if that makes sense. You shouldn't compare yourself to her because you're used to seeing her pictures, or you think in your mind that she's prettier than you. And I am just as guilty of thinking that someone else is prettier than me because I know my flaws, just like you know your flaws. Whatever your flaws are, you know what your flaws are. And so when you look at yourself or you look at your pictures, that is what you focus on. These people, you know, they know their flaws, and though they don't necessarily express their flaws or say, oh, I don't like this about me, because they uphold an image, they have their own flaws too. And I think that, you know, as much as your comments may boost their self-esteem a little bit more, I don't necessarily think that one person is prettier than you. I mean, I'm just as guilty of saying, oh my God, this person is perfect, or you're gorgeous, or why can't I be as pretty as you? Or I am just as guilty of doing that as anyone else is. So for me to sit here and preach to you guys about, you know, oh, we shouldn't do that when I'm just as guilty of doing it myself, I try really hard to not compare myself to others. And that is super hard. And there are people, and I could name a handful of people that I think are prettier than me, but you know, you might think that I'm pretty than you, and I don't want to sound cocky saying that, because again, I don't think that I'm much to be admired, but you know what I mean? I think we all have insecurities and we all have our flaws, and when we see these touched up photos of people, whether you touched it up yourself or a photographer editor touched it up for you, whatever it is, you know, we aren't seeing the true person, the person that, you know, what they look without their makeup on, or what they look like, you know, we all look the same. Does that make sense? Like, I don't want to say we all look the same, but we all look like humans. We all have eyes and a nose and a mouth, and that's it. And there are people that are naturally pretty, and that's just a way of life. But I feel like everybody has something beautiful about them. You know, whatever it is, you might have a pretty smile or pretty eyes, or you have really pretty hair. I mean, beauty is not what your face looks like or how much you weigh or what clothes you wear. It's who you are as a person. And I think that we idolize these people because they have put out an image of perfection. Whatever, you know, they have the perfect skin or the perfect hair, or they're super skinny, or whatever it is that, you know, you like about that person. They obviously obtain something that you wish you had. You can, you know, say, oh, I try really hard to say, oh, I like how so-and-so did their hair. Oh, I like so-and-so's style. But I don't want to say I want to look like so-and-so, because I know that I will never look like some people. I will never look like Beyonce, or I will never look like Victoria Beckham, or whatever, whoever it is that you wish you look like. You're not going to look like that person, because you aren't that. You are you, and you can just be the best you that you are. You know, be inspired by who they are, but don't say that you wish you were as pretty as them, because you are just as pretty as them. You just don't see it. You know what I mean? And because you aren't somebody who has 100,000+ followers to sit there and worship you, you don't see that. And I'm saying that because I'm not one of those people who has hundreds of thousands of people worshiping me. And, you know, I don't want to say that, you know, I don't want that, because I think that, you know, having more friends is nice. But I don't want somebody to sit there and say that I'm prettier than them, or they wish that they were as pretty as me, because I know that I'm not perfect. And they're not perfect either. And, you know, we try so hard when we make YouTube videos to have perfect hair and perfect makeup and, you know, perfect lighting and perfect scenery and perfect everything, so that we build this image of we are perfect. But the truth is we're not. And when you break it down, we're not perfect. You know, that's what I want to get to, is that person past that perfect image, who you are in your everyday life. And that's what I want when I say I would like to get to know YouTubers. It's not because I want to see the perfection that they have perfected. I want to know who's the real Zoe, or who's the real Ingrid, or who's the real Alfie. Does that make sense? Like, I want to know who the real person is, and not just uphold them to a, you know, I don't want to put them on a pedestal and say, you are better than me because you are Alfie or you are Zoe, and therefore you are somehow better than me. I mean, to me, it just, I don't know, I don't view them like that, and I think it's strange that other people do. And I don't want to put you down if you're one of those people who does, because this is such a, like, a touchy subject, because I don't want to feel like I don't want to say I'm, like, knocking on you for doing that. I'm just saying that, like, it is kind of weird, because we're just normal people. all celebrities are normal people, but everybody gets so wrapped up in what is this person doing and why I want to be like this person, and why am I not as pretty as this person, or why won't this person notice me? Like, the truth is, they probably do notice you. It's just they aren't responding to it for whatever the reason is. And the one person that keeps popping into my head, who I see, the worshiping, I guess, they don't come across as the kind of person who thrives on the adoration of the younger girls. I think that they are comfortable in who they are, and therefore they don't need that satisfaction of you are my idol, or you are my inspiration, or you are my sunshine, which to me is a little on the weird side, but you do you. To me, I don't know, like, it is a touchy subject, it is what it is, but I just wanted to put my voice out there and say that you are perfect just the way you are, and I know that sounds cliche and cheesy, but it's true. You can always perfect something that you don't like about yourself, and you can admire who they are or the perfection that but don't assume that the image that you see is who they really are, because who I am as soon as I turn off the camera is not who you would see on camera. Does that make sense? I don't know, maybe not. I hope this video didn't offend anybody. I'm just putting my voice out there because I am ecstatic that the YouTubers have finally started touching base on this, because it's just something that I feel needed to be addressed at some point, and to see it being addressed by the bigger YouTubers is really kind of cool, and I'm liking the responses that I've been seeing from the viewers, and I think it's just kind of cool. So anyways, give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it and I didn't offend you, and if you would like to see more videos in the future, please hit subscribe, and you can follow me on my Twitter and Instagram, and I'm not trying to contradict myself here. This is so weird. Yeah, just feel free to get in connect, and I will try my hardest to tweet at you guys. I love talking to people, so yeah, follow me and be on the lookout for videos in the future. Alright, I will talk to you later.